Do you fancy a weekend trip to London? Or a day? That's a very good idea, because London is a fantastic city. And those few days you have in the city during a city break, of course you want to spend in the best possible way. That's why we'd like to give you our best tips. These are the 10 coolest things to do in London. London is the city of black cabs, red double-deckers, pubs, and stately buildings. England's capital is a metropolis considered one of the world's leading cities politically, economically, and culturally. With iconic landmarks like the Big Ben, the royal palaces, and world-class museums, London has enough to keep you entertained for days. Crossing over to England is well worth it. A city break to London belongs on every bucket list. And these are the best things you'll want to do there. 1. The most beautiful sights. London is a city full of must-see sights, and so you'd better have a list to hand. By the way, the best sights of London are located pretty centrally on the banks of the Thames, so you can go a lot of places on foot. What not to miss? The Big Ben, the famous clock tower of the Palace of Westminster. It is the icon of the city, which is officially called Elizabeth Tower, Palace of Westminster, where the British Parliament sits, right on the banks of the Thames. The Tower of London, the magnificent castle in the middle of the city, which has served as a royal palace, arsenal, and museum, among other things. Buckingham Palace, the official residence of King Charles. When the flag flies in, he is at home. The Tower Bridge, the world-famous bridge over the Thames with 2 beautiful towers, which you can cross on foot. The impressive St. Paul's Cathedral, with its striking dome, which was built on the highest point in London. Westminster Abbey, the royal church where William and Kate were married and where Queen Elizabeth's funeral took place. 2. Take the London Eye by night. A ride on this world-famous Ferris wheel was undoubtedly already on your to-do list, but make sure you only get in after dark. Take the London Eye by night, which is even more fun to do in London than during the day. Especially in the fall, around the holidays, the city is insanely beautiful, lit up, and you can really see that when you get into this Ferris wheel after dark. That's when the city is at its most beautifully lit, and you have fantastic views from the London Eye. You can actually see everything at a glance from above. Bring your loved one, because this will be a romantic ride. The London Eye is open until 8:30 p.m., and half an hour longer in the summer months. Tip: book your admission ticket in advance with a discount online. It's cheaper, and you won't have to wait in line when you get there. 3. The best museums. London has a lot of extraordinary museums, but the British Museum takes the crown. It is also called the Treasure Chamber of Europe. It is the oldest museum in the world where, among other things, you can admire finds from classical antiquity, such as a mummified cat. If you are more into modern art, go to Tate Modern. Housed in a former power station, this museum is located in a beautiful spot on the south bank of the Thames. Also fun. Visit the Charles Dickens Museum. Oliver Twist and A Christmas Carol. You undoubtedly know they are works by the world-famous British writer Charles Dickens. His former residence has been transformed into a museum and is definitely a must for book lovers. 4. Strolling through the Shoreditch Neighborhood. London looks posh and chic, but it also has tough and rough neighborhoods, like the neighborhood of Shoreditch. It is London's hippest neighborhood right now, with cool boutiques, markets, restaurants, and bars. Shoreditch is also the most artistic district of the city, and you can already see that on the streets. Here, you will find an awful lot of street art, and if you look carefully, you will even find some of the first murals by the mysterious British street artist, Banksy. There are also street art city walks through Shoreditch, should you be a fan of this kind of street art. To stroll along cute stores in Shoreditch, you must be on the artistic streets of Redchurch Street, Brick Lane, and Hoxton Street. And these are also the best places to go out at night, whether you're into super trendy or looking for a traditional pub. Shoreditch has a lot of assets. It is also home to Box Park, a shopping center built out of shipping containers. Great for shopping, and there are also plenty of restaurants and bars to enjoy a drink. Tip: on Sundays, Old Spitalfields Market is a must. A huge indoor market where you can score great things. On Sundays, there is a vintage market with clothing, furniture, and accessories, such as handmade jewelry and bags. 5. Picnicking in Hyde Park. Need to escape the hustle and bustle of the city? London has some wonderful city parks. Hyde Park is one of the most beautiful and famous city parks in the world. Formerly owned by the British royal family, the park is fully open to the public. In fact, Hyde Park is the backyard of Kensington Palace, the palace where Prince William and Kate lived. The park is about 3 kilometers long and there is a lot of water. Therefore, you can take nice walks there. But the best thing to do in London is picnicking in Hyde Park. Bring your own rug, snacks, and drinks, and enjoy the peace and quiet around you. It's also one of the best ways to feel like a local here. Definitely as beautiful and a lot bigger is Greenwich Park in southeast London. Here, the prime meridian runs through, and you'll find the clock that determines Greenwich Mean Time, to which all the world's clocks are tuned. Significant elevation changes in this park give you great views of the city skyline. On a clear day, this is a cool place to picnic, drink, sunset. 6. Walking along Regent's Canal. The most enjoyable walk in London runs along Regent's Canal. No highlights along the way, but rather an oasis of calm. The narrow, dreamy footpath runs along the canal and takes you completely out of the chaos of the city for a moment. Because that is London too. When you hear birds chirping, the metropolis suddenly seems very far away. Regent's Canal begins in Little Venice, curves around Regent's Park, and empties into the Thames, 14 kilometers away. Just walking part of this footpath is a must. As you walk, you'll pass right by Primrose Hill, where you can look out over the city from an idyllic green spot. So don't forget to check it out. Don't feel like hiking anymore? Then take a ride on the Black Cab. They are often voted the best cabs in the world, the Black Cabs. You don't just become a cab driver here. It takes a complete preparation process. Don't do everything by subway or on foot. Take the Black Cab. 7. Drink beers in the pub. Say London, you say pubs. A visit to London is not complete without a visit to the pub. An evening of fish and chips with a pint makes this city trip really complete. The best pubs can be found in the Brixton district, or go to the Harp in Covent Garden, about a 3-minute walk from Trafalgar Square. This pub is known for its conviviality and you can drink very good local beers. Tea lovers and sweet tooths go for a real afternoon tea with cookies, as the locals do. Also fun. Go to a soccer match. The English are crazy about soccer, so you don't want to miss a game of one of London's top clubs. Buy a scarf, mingle with the crowd in the stands, and enjoy a soccer match of Arsenal, Chelsea, or Tottenham Hotspur, or any other club. An experience never to be forgotten. 8. Running along the Thames River. The city is divided in two by the Thames River. On the south side of the river runs a beautiful path popular with walkers. Early risers take their running shoes to contemplate the city at dawn dew. London doesn't get much more beautiful than this. After all, you can see many of the city's hotspots such as Big Ben and Tower Bridge in a short time. Discovering a city is simply more fun on running shoes because you feel less like a tourist and more like a local. Tip: another fun thing to do is discover London by bike. For example, join a bike tour of the city's highlights. Bike rentals in London are best done through Baja Bikes. 9. Cocktails at Artesian. A metropolis is naturally bursting with cool bars, restaurants, and nightclubs. If there is one place you must go, it is for drinks to Artesian. After all, it is the best bar in the world. Already for the 3rd time in a row, Artesian has been named the best bar in the world. You'll find this cocktail bar about a 5-minute walk from Oxford Circus subway station, right in the heart of downtown. Go for the best cocktail they have, the Morning Glory Fizz with Johnny Walker Black, absinthe, and syrup, among others. Make a reservation before you go, though, because you understand you're not the only one who wants to have cocktails here. 10. The sunset from the Sky Garden. In London, you can enjoy beautiful views in all sorts of places. Like, for example, in the Sky Garden, an exotic garden 160 meters high where you can look out over the city in 360 degrees. You find yourself under an large glass dome in a kind of green city garden in the sky. Among the exotic plants, you can watch the sun set. Tucked among the greenery, you'll also find tables. You can grab a bite to eat right away. Truly one of the best things to do in London. Tip: if you want to go even higher, go to the Shard. With 309 meters, it is the tallest building in the city. On floors 68, 69, and 72 you will find vantage points.